I'm up here standing as a white person because I think the first step in fighting racism and working against the racism that exists is acknowledging that it was white people that caused racism, it's white people that continue to uphold racism, and white people hold the biggest playing part in solving racism in Ireland, and we need to acknowledge that first of all. And there's so much that we can do, really, really small things that can make such a massive difference to a person of colour in Ireland. If you ask someone where they're from and they say they're from Douglas or Mallow or Carrigaline, you don't say where are you actually from. You accept where they say they're from.
Yes.
When you hear a name and you haven't heard that name before and you don't know how to pronounce it, you ask that extra time how to pronounce the name. You just don't go along with something that you make up in your head because you're too lazy to learn the actual name. And when you don't understand something, when you haven't experienced racism, it can be difficult for a white person to understand what it feels like. But ask people, educate yourself, enlighten yourself. There's people that I know from the west of Ireland who have never spoken to a person of colour in their whole life, not out of choice, but just out of circumstance. And it is up for us to educate the people around us and do what we can. Before college, I didn't have any black friends. But when I don't understand something now, people who I ask, they've only been so forthcoming and so helpful. And this is what we need to do, because even though it's a problem that was created by white people and upheld by white people, it takes all of us to be able to solve it, and everyone's experiences to be able to learn from it. So. And then one last thing is that even though it was the States that there's police brutality in, we can't let the police brutality in the States go above us and go beyond without being recognised here. Ahmed Avery was out on a run and he was shot for no apparent reason. He will never be able to run again. He will never be able to walk again. We need to march for him. We need to march for his life. Breonna Taylor, she was an emergency responder. She used to save lives for a living. She can no longer save lives. She can no longer do the work that she chose to do. So it is up to us to do what we can to save the lives that she cannot. And finally, George Floyd, he could not breathe. We keep saying that I can't breathe, but we need to make sure that his lungs that can no longer be used can become our lungs, that we can spread his message, that we can spread the message. And up on the sign here, this is a quote from Martin Luther King Jr. and it says, "Our lives begin to end the day that we become silent about things that matter." And we are here today because we know and we believe and we assert and we share and we spread that Black Lives Matter. So say after me, Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives